1,000 crowns, and as thou sayest, charge my brother on his blessing to breed me well. And there begins my sadness. My brother Jaques, he keeps at school, and report speaks goldenly of his profit. For my part, he keeps me rustically at home, or to speak more properly, stays me here at home unkept. For call you that keeping for a gentleman of my birth, that differs not from the stalling of an ox? His horses are bred better. This is it, Adam, that grieves me. And the spirit of my father begins to mutiny against this servitude. I will no longer endure it.
Yonder comes my master, your brother.
Now, sir, what make you here?
Nothing. I am not taught to make anything.
What mar you then, sir?
Marry, sir, I am helping you to mar that which God made. A poor, unworthy brother of yours with idleness.
Marry, be better employed, and be not a while.
Shall I keep your hogs and eat husks with them? What prodigal portion have I spent that I should come to such penury?
Know you where you are, sir?
Oh, sir, very well. Here in your orchard.
Know you before whom, sir?
Aye. Better than him I am before knows me. I know you are my eldest brother, and in the gentle condition of blood, you should so know me. The courtesy of nations allows you my better, in that you are the firstborn, but the same tradition takes not away my blood, were there 20 brothers betwixt us. I have as much of my father in me as you, albeit I confess, your coming before me is nearer to his reverence.
What, boy?
Come, come, elder brother. You are too young in this.
Oh.
Wilt thou lay hands on me, villain?
I am no villain. I am the youngest son of Sir Roland de Boys. He was my father, and he is thrice a villain that says such a father begot villains.
Sweet masters, be patient.
Let me go, I say.
I will not till I please. You shall hear me. My father charged you in his will to give me good education. You have trained me like a peasant. The spirit of my father grows strong in me, and I will no longer endure it. Therefore, allow me such exercises as may become a gentleman, or give me the poor lottery my father left me by testament. With that I will go buy my fortune.
And what wilt thou do? Beg, when that is spent? I pray you, leave me. Get you with him, you old dog.
Is old dog my reward? God be with my old master. He would not have spoke such a word. Oh.
Good morrow, to your worship.
Charles, what's the new news at the new court?
There is no news at the court, sir, but the old news. That is, the old duke is banished by his younger brother, the new duke.
Can you tell if Rosalind, the duke's daughter, be banished with her father?
Oh, no. For the duke's daughter, her cousin, so loves her, being ever from their cradles bred together, that she would have followed her exile or have died to stay behind her. She is at the court, and no less beloved of her uncle than his own daughter, and never two ladies loved as they do.
Where will the old duke live?
They say he's already in the forest of Arden, and many merry men with him, and there they live like the old Robin Hood of England.
What, you wrestle tomorrow before the new duke?
Marry do I, sir, and I came to acquaint you with a matter. I am given, sir, secretly to understand that your younger brother Orlando had the disposition to come in disguised against me to try a fall. Tomorrow, sir, I wrestle for my credit, and he that escapes me without some broken limb shall acquit him well. Your brother is but young and tender, and I would be loath to foil him, as I must, for my own honor, if he were to come in. Therefore, out of my love to you, that you may either stay him from his intendment, or brook such disgrace well as he shall run into, in that is a thing of his own search, and altogether against my will.
Charles, I thank thee for thy love to me, which thou shalt find I will most kindly requite. I had myself notice of my brother's purpose herein, and have by underhand means labored to dissuade him from it, but he is resolute. I'll tell thee, Charles, it is the stubbornest young fellow of France, full of ambition, a secret and villainous contriver against me, his natural brother. Therefore, use thy discretion. I had as lief thou didst break his neck as his finger, and thou wert best look to it. For if thou dost him any slight disgrace, or if he do not mightily grace himself on thee, he will practice against thee by poison, entrap thee by some treacherous device, and never leave thee, till he hath ta'en thy life by some indirect means or other. For I assure thee, Charles, there is not one so young and so villainous as stay living.
I'm hardly glad I came hither to you. If he comes tomorrow, I'll give him his payment. God keep your worship.
Farewell, Charles. Now will I stir this gamester. I hope I shall see an end of him, for my soul hates nothing more than he. Yet he's gentle, never schooled, and yet learned, full of noble device, of all sorts enchantingly beloved, and especially of my own people, who best know him, that I am altogether misprized. But it shall not be so long. This wrestler shall clear all. All that remains is that I kindle the boy thither, which now I'll go about.
Herein I see thou lovest me not with the full weight that I love thee. If my uncle, thy banished father, had banished thy uncle, the duke my father, so that thou hadst been still with me, I could have taught my love to take thy father from mine. So wouldst thou, if the truth of thy love to me were so righteously tempered as mine is to thee.
Well, I will forget the condition of my estate. Rejoice in yours.
You know my father hath no child but I, nor none is like to have. And truly, when he dies, thou shalt be his heir. For what he hath taken from thy father perforce, I'll render thee again in affection. Therefore, my sweet Rose, my dear Rose, be married.
From henceforth I will, coz, and devise sports. Let me see, what think you of falling in love?
Marry, I pray thee do, to make sport withal. But love no man in good earnest, nor no further in sport. Neither then with the safety of a pure blush, thou mayst in honor come off again. How now, wit? Whither wander you?
Mistress, you must come away to your father.
Were you made the messenger?
No, by my honor! But I was bid to come for you.
Where learned you that oath, fool?
Of a certain knight that swore by his honor they were good pancakes, and swore by his honor the mustard was not. Now I'll stand to it, the pancakes were not and the mustard was good, and yet was not the knight forsworn.
How prove you that, in the great heap of your knowledge?
I marry now unmuzzle your wisdom.
Stand you both forth now, stroke your chins, and swear by your beards that I am a knave.
By our beards, if we had them, thou art.
Ooh, by my knavery, if I had it, then I were. But if you swear by that, that is not. You are not forsworn. No more was this knight in swearing by his honor, for he never had any. Or if he had sworn it away before he ever saw those pancakes or that mustard.
Prithee, who is it thou meanest?
One that old Frederick, your father, loves.
My father's love is enough to honor him. Enough! Speak no more of him, you'll be whipped for taxation one of these days.
The more pity that fools may not speak wisely what wise men do foolishly.
He will put on us as pigeons feed their young.
Then shall we be news crammed.
All the better will be the more marketable. Bonjour, good Monsieur Lebeau, what's the news?
Princess, you have lost much good sport.
Sport. Of what color?
What color, madame? How shall I answer you? As wait and fortune will.
Or as the destinies decree.
Well said. That was laid on with the trowel.
Nay, if I keep not my rank.
Thou losest thy old smell. You amaze me, ladies. I would have told you of good wrestling, which you have lost yourself of. Yet, tell us the manner of the wrestling. I will tell you the beginning, and if it please your ladyship, you may see the end, for the best is yet to do. And here where you are, they are coming to perform it.
Well, the beginning that is dead and buried.
There comes an old man and his 3 sons.
I could match this beginning with an old tale.
3 proper young men of excellent growth and presence. The English of the day wrestled with Charles, the Duke's wrestler, which Charles, in a moment, threw him down and broke 3 of his ribs. The third was almost life in him. And so he served a second, and so the third. Yonder they lie, the poor man's their father, making such pitiful dole over them that all the beholders take his part with weeping. Alas!
But what is the sport, monsieur, that the ladies have lost?
Why insist that I speak of?
Thus men may grow wiser every day. It is the first time that ever I heard breaking of ribs was sport for ladies.
Or I promise thee.
Shall we see this wrestling, cousin? You must, for this is the place appointed for the wrestling, and they are ready to perform it.
Yonder shore they are coming. Let us now stay and see it.
Come on, since the youth will not be entreated, his own peril on his forwardness.
Is yonder the man?
Even he, madame.
Alas, he is too young. Yet he looks successfully.
How now, daughter and cousin? Are you crept hither to see the wrestling?
Aye, my liege. So please you give us leave.
You will take little delight in it, I can tell you. There are such odds in the man. In pity of the challenger's youth, I would fain dissuade him, but he will not be entreated. Speak to him, ladies. See if you can move him.
Call him hither, Monsieur Lebeau.
Monsieur the challenger! The princess has called for you.
I attend them with all respect and duty.
Young man, have you challenged Charles the wrestler?
No, fair princess. He is the general challenger. I come but in, as others do, to try with him the strength of my youth.
Young gentlemen, your spirits are too bold for your years. You have seen cruel proof of this man's strength. We pray you for your own sake to embrace your own safety and give over this attempt.
Do, young sir. Your reputation shall not therefore be misprized. We will make an our-suit to the Duke that the wrestling might not go forward.
I beseech you, punish me not with your hard thoughts, wherein I confess me much guilty, to deny so fair and excellent ladies anything. But let your fair eyes and gentle wishes go with me to my trial, wherein if I be foiled, there is but one shamed who was never gracious. If killed, but one dead who was willing to be so. I shall do my friends no wrong, for I have none to lament me. The world no injury, for in it I have nothing. Only in the world I fill up a place which may be better supplied when I have made it empty.
The little strength that I have, I would it were with you. And mine, to eke out hers.
Very well.
Pray heaven I be deceived in you. Your heart's desires be with you.
Come! Where is this young gallant that is so desirous to lie with his mother earth? Ready, sir. But his will hath in it a more modest working.
You shall try but one fault.
Now Hercules be thy speed, young man! Come on, master!
Charles, make this quick.
Charles!
Come on! Try again! That's it. Yeah. Nice dive. That's it, Charles. That looked like it hurt.
not yet well breathed.
How dost thou, Charles?
He cannot speak, my lord.
Bear him away. What is thy name, young man?
Orlando,
My liege,
the youngest son of Sir Roland de Boys.
I wish thou been son to some man else. The world esteemed thy father honorable, but I did find him still mine enemy. Thou shouldst have better pleased me with this deed hadst thou descended from another house. But, very well. Thou art a gallant youth, of which thou told me of another father.
I am more proud to be Sir Roland's son, his youngest son, and would not change that calling to be adopted heir to Frederick.
My father loved Sir Roland as his soul, and all the world was of my father's mind. Had I before known this young man, his son, I should have given him tears unto entreaties, ere he should thus have ventured.
Gentle cousin, let us go thank and encourage him. My father's rough and envious disposition sticks me at heart. Sir, you have well deserved. If you do keep your promises in love, but justly as you have exceeded all promise, your mistress shall be happy.
Gentlemen,
Oh,
wear this for me. One out of suits with fortune that could give more, but that her hand likes means. Shall we go, cuz?
Aye. Fare you well, fair gentlemen.
can I not say I thank you? My better parts are all thrown down, and that which here stands up is but a quintain, a mere lifeless block.
He calls us back, my pride fell with my fortunes. I'll ask him what he would. Did you call, sir? Sir, you've wrestled well and overthrown more than your enemies.
Will you go, cuz?
Have with you! Very well.
What passion hangs these weights upon my tongue? I cannot speak to her, yet she urged conference. Oh, poor Orlando, thou art overthrown. Or Charles, or something weaker masters thee.
Good sir, I do in friendship counsel you to leave this place. Albeit you deserve to my commendation, true laws and love. Yet such is now's your Duke's condition that he misconstrues what you have done.
I thank you, sir. And pray you tell me this. Which of the two was daughter to the Duke that here was at the wrestling?
Lisa, his daughter, if we judge by manners, but yet indeed the lesser is his daughter. The other is daughter to the banished Duke, he detained by her usurper uncle to keep his daughter company, whose loves are dear and the natural bonds of sisters. But I can tell you that of late this Duke had taken displeasure with his gentle niece, upon no other grounds but that the people praise her for her virtues and pity her for her good father's sake. And, on my life, his malice against the lady will soon break forth. Sir, fare you well.
Fare you well.
Thus must I from the smoke into the smother, from tyrant Duke unto a tyrant brother. But heavenly Rosalind,
My cousin, my Rosalind.
You would have mercy, not a word.
Not one to throw at a dog.
No, thy words are too precious to be cast away upon curs. Throw some of them at me. Come, lame me with reasons.
And there were two cousins laid up, when the one should be lamed with reasons, and the other mad without any.
But is all this for your father?
No, some of it is for my child's father.
Yeah.
Oh, how full of briars is this working day world.
They are but burrs, cousin, thrown upon me in holiday foolery.
If we walk not in the trodden paths, our very petticoats will catch them.
I can shake them off my coat. These burrs are in my heart.
Hem them away.
I would try. If I could cry hem and have him.
Come, come, wrestle with thy affections.
Oh, they take the part of a better wrestler than myself.
Oh, a good wish upon you. You will try in time in spite of a fall. But, turning these jests out of service, let us now talk in good earnest. Is it possible on such a sudden you should fall into so strong a liking with old Sir Roland's youngest son?
The Duke, my father, loved his father dearly.
Doth it therefore ensue that you should love his son dearly? By this kind of chase I should hate him. For my father hated his father dearly. Yet I hate not Orlando.
No, Faith, hate him not for my sake.
Why should I not? Does he not deserve well?
Let me love him for that. And do you love him because I do?
Look, here comes the Duke, with his eyes full of anger.
Mistress, dispatch you with your safest haste and get you from our court.
Me, uncle.
You, cousin. If thou beest found so near our public court as 20 miles, thou diest for it.
I do beseech your grace. Let me the knowledge of my fault bear with me. If with myself I hold intelligence, or have acquaintance with mine own desires, if that I do not dream or be not frantic, as I do trust I am not, then, dear uncle, never so much as in a thought unborn did I offend your highness.
Thus do all traitors. Let it suffice thee that I trust thee not.
Yet your mistrust cannot make me a traitor. Tell me whereon the likelihood depends.
Thou art thy father's daughter. There is enough.
So was I when your highness took his dukedom. So was I when your highness banished him. Treason is not inherited, my lord, or if we did derive it from our friends, what's that to me? My father was no traitor, then! Good my liege! Mistake me not so much to think my poverty is treachery.
Dear sovereign, hear me speak.
Aye, Celia. We stayed her here for your sake, of had she with her father ranged along.
I did not then entreat to have her stay. It was your pleasure and your own remorse. I was too young that time to value her, but now I know her, and if she be a traitor, why then so am I. We still have slept together, rose at an instant, learned, played, ate together, and wheresoe'er we went like Juno's swans, still we went coupled and inseparable.
She is too subtle for thee, and her smoothness, her very silence speak to the people, and they pity her. Thou art a fool. She robs thee of thy name, and thou wilt show more bright and seem more virtuous when she is gone. Then open not thy lips. Firm and irrevocable is my doom which I have passed upon her. She is banished.
Pronounce that sentence then on me, my liege. I cannot live out of her company.
You are a fool. You, niece, provide yourself. If you outstay the time upon mine honor and in the greatness of my word, you die.
Oh, my poor Rosalind, whither wilt thou go? Wilt thou change fathers? I will give thee mine! I charge thee be not more grieved than I am.
I have more cause.
Thou hast not. Knowest thou not the Duke hath banished me, his daughter?
That yet not.
No, hath not.
Rosalind then lacks the love which teacheth thee that thou and I am one. Shall we be sundered? Shall we part, sweet girl?
No! Let my father seek another heir, therefore devise with me how we may fly, whither to go, and what to bear with us, and do not seek to take this change upon you. To bear your griefs yourself and leave me out. For by this heaven, now at our sorrows pale, say what thou canst, I'll go along with thee.
Why, whither shall we go?
To seek my uncle in the forest of Arden.
Alas, what danger will it be to us, maids as we are, to travel forth so far? Beauty provoketh thieves sooner than gold.
I'll put myself in a kind of poor and mean attire, and with umber smirch my face. Like to you, so we shall pass along and never stir assailants.
Were it not better, because that I am more than common tall, that I did suit me all points like a man. A gallant curtal axe upon my thigh, a boar spear in my hand, and in my heart lie there what hidden woman's fear their will.
What shall I call thee when thou art a man?
I'll have no worse a name than Jove's own page, and therefore look you call me Ganymede. But what will you be called?
Something that has a reference to my estate. No longer Celia, but Aliena.
Oh, but cousin, what if we say to steal the clownish fool out of your father's court? Would he not be a comfort to our travel?
You'll go o'er the wide world with me. Leave me alone to woo him. Let's away, gather our jewels and wealth together, and devise the fittest time and safest way to hide us from the pursuit that will be made after my flight. Now, go we in content to liberty and not to banishment.
Who's there?
What? My young master! Oh, my gentle master! Oh, my sweet master! Oh, you memory of old Sir Roland! Why would make you here? Why would you be so fond to overcome the bonny prizer of the humorous Duke? Your praise is come too swiftly home before you. Know you not, master, to some kind of men their graces serve them but as enemies.
Why, what's the matter?
Oh, unhappy youth! Come not within these doors! Within this roof, the enemy of all your graces lives. Your brother. No, no brother. Yet the son. Yet not the son. I will not call him son of him I was about to call his father. Hath heard your praises. And this night he means to burn the lodging where you used to lie, and you within it. If he fail of that, he will have other means to cut you off. I overheard him and his practices. This is no place. This house is but a butchery. Abhor it, fear it, do not enter it.
What? Would you have me go and beg my food? Or with a base and boisterous sword enforce a thievish living on the common road? This must I do, or know not what to do. Yet this I will not do. Do how I can. I rather will subject me to the malice of a diverted blood and bloody brother.
But do not so. I have 500 crowns, the thrifty hire I saved under your father, to be my foster nurse when service and my old limbs lie lame and age in unregarded corners thrown. Here is the gold, and all this I give you. Let me be your servant. Though I look old, yet I am strong and lusty. I'll do the service of a younger man in all your business and necessities.
Oh, good old man! How well in thee appears the constant service of the antique world, when service sweat for duty, not for meed. Thou art not for the fashion of these times, when none will sweat but for promotion, and having that do choke their service up, even with the having. It is not so with thee.
Master, go on, and I will follow thee to the last gasp with truth and loyalty. Yet fortune cannot recompense me better than to die well and not my master's debtor.
More free from peril than the envious court? Here feel we but the penalty of Adam, the season's difference as the icy fang and churlish chiding of the winter's wind, which, when it bites and blows upon my body, even till I shrink with cold, I smile and say, this is no flattery. These are counselors that feelingly persuade me what I am. Sweet are the uses of adversity, which, like the toad, ugly and venomous, wears yet a precious jewel in his head. And here, our life exempt from public haunt finds tongues in trees, books in the running brooks, sermons in stones, and good in everything. I would not change it.
Happy is your grace that can translate the stubbornness of fortune in so quiet and so sweet a style.
Come, shall we kill us a venison? And yet, it irks me. The poor, dappled fools, being native burghers of this desert city, should in their own confines have their round haunches gored.
Indeed, my lord, the melancholy Jaques grieves at that, and in that kind swears you do more usurp than doth your brother who hath banished you. Today did I steal behind him as he lay along under an oak, whose antique roots peep out along the brook that brawls along this wood, to the which place a poor sequestered stag, that from the hunter's aim hath taken a hurt, did come to languish. And indeed, my lord, the wretched animal heaved forth such groans, that their discharge did stretch his leather and coat almost to bursting. And thus the hairy fool, much marked upon the melancholy Jaques, stood upon the extremest verge of the swift brook, augmenting you with tears.
What said Jaques? Did he not moralize this spectacle?
Oh yes, into 1,000 similes. First, for his weeping in the needless stream. Poor dear, quoth he, thou makes a testament as worldlings do, giving thy sum of more to that which had too much. Then, being there alone, left and abandoned of his velvet friends, 'tis true, quoth he, thus misery doth part the flux of company.
And did you leave him in this contemplation?
We did, my lord, weeping and commenting and sobbing dear.
Show me the place. I love to cope him in these sullen fits, for then he is full of matter.
I'll take you to his How weary are my spirits.
I care not for my spirits if my legs were not weary.
I could find in my heart to disgrace my man's apparel and to cry like a woman, but I must comfort the weaker vessel, as doublet and hose ought to show itself